बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। पहले मैं खुशखबरी की बात सुनाना चाहता हूँ आपको कि एमसीसी इंशाल्लाह फरवरी में टूर करेंगे पाकिस्तान में, लाहौर में। तो हम उनसे बात कर रहे थे। We were speaking to them comprehensively over the last 2 or 3 months and I'm delighted that they've confirmed 50 साल के बाद वो पाकिस्तान में आ रहे हैं, वो लाहौर का टूर होगा। और Kumar Sangakkara will captain the team. It's very significant, very important Pakistan ke liye. MCC, very prestigious club, everybody's aware, based at Lords. So हमारे लिए it's a major coup that a high-profile team will come. January में इंशाल्लाह हम itinerary announce करेंगे, वो team भी उनकी announce करेंगे, उनकी squad जो है। दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि delighted to be here at the National Stadium in Karachi. It was the venue for the previous fully completed test match against Sri Lanka, जिनमें Yunus Khan, the Pakistan legend, scored a 100. So हमारे लिए ये बहुत significant है। Karachi, we know, is a hugely passionate city for cricket. सब कराचीites को urge हम करते हैं कि वो आए support करने के लिए। It's a very, very important test match for us. With the last test match rained off, it takes us into this last test match now with everything hanging on in the balance in terms of the series. So hopefully everybody will come and support. But देखिए ये series जो हम खेल रहे हैं श्रीलंका के खिलाफ, it couldn't happen without the support of all of the stakeholders. आप भी बहुत important stakeholders भी हैं. All your positive reporting in the newspapers about the security and safety in Pakistan has helped bring Sri Lanka here. It's great to see the whole nation uniting for cricket and bringing everybody here. You know, you'll have your differences and you'll have your opinions about the PCB, but एक चीज़ है जो हम पूरे मुल्क united हैं, and that's united on bringing cricket back to Pakistan. And inshallah, this is the start of many things to come for us as well. Apart from the MCC, we've obviously we've been speaking to South Africa about coming to play 3 T20s in Pakistan. मार्च के आखिर में हम उनसे बात करें कि वो touring उस वक्त करें. The board have signed it off of South Africa. We're just waiting now for the players to confirm that they are happy. They've had some changes in their leadership. The CEO is no longer the CEO, so they've got a new CEO in place. But inshallah, we'll have some good news on that in the next few weeks. So that'll be something else for us to report. HPL PSL के हमने draft भी किया. You've seen all the draft. We've got over 50 players from overseas who are going to be taking part in the HPL PSL. 4 venue हमारे मुल्तान, रावलपिंडी, लाहौर और कराची में हम खेलेंगे. The venues will be ready. We've worked very hard to get all of these venues ready, and inshallah we'll be ready to take on the challenge of that. Obviously, I've been to Australia recently. There's been a lot of talk about my visit to Australia, but I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me to update you on some of the things that were achieved in Australia. And I'm very, very pleased. I'm very happy with some of the things that were achieved in Australia. पहली चीज़ ये है कि Australia 2022 में आ रहे हैं खेलने के लिए, which is part of the Future Tours program. They were due to play 2 test matches and 3 T20s. We've agreed that Australia will play 3 test matches when they come in 2022. देखिए हमारे लिए T20 content जो है, it's very important that we play more test cricket. Red ball cricket for us is very, very important. So there'll be 3 test matches. We've also agreed in principle, and the intent is there with Cricket Australia and ourselves, that between 2023 and 2031, all the test series that we play against Australia will be 3 test matches. And we play more often. So at the moment, every 3 or 4 years, Australia के खिलाफ हम खेलते हैं, लेकिन हमारी ख्वाहिश ये है कि we play more often against Australia, good opposition, on a home and away basis. The other thing that I discussed with Cricket Australia is around A tours. So our Pakistan A team, the Shaheens as they will be called moving forward, We are looking at a reciprocal arrangement where our team goes and plays in Australia, and Australia come here and play. So before 2022, we are hoping that they will send an A tour to Pakistan, and that's what we're working for. I'm looking at a 4-year cycle of A tours with Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and England. I think that हम बांग्लादेश भी जाते हैं, श्रीलंका भी हम जाते हैं, लेकिन we don't play the other big nations very much. So in terms of getting our players ready for the conditions that they face across the world, it's important we expose our guys, our under-19s and our A-teams to those things. दूसरी चीज़ ये है, तीसरी चीज़ ये है कि न्यू साउथ वेल्स से भी बात मैंने की है about a scholarship program to get some of our best boys and girls, give them the opportunity to go train in Sydney, play club cricket, practice at the Sydney Cricket Ground, at the High Performance Centre. I visited the Brisbane High Performance Centre, and it's certainly something that we should be aiming to emulate, and that should be our vision and our goal of what a high performance centre should look like. So इस चीज़ में, it's been very worthwhile going to do this and going to see them and speak to them. क्योंकि देखिए ये बातें जो progress हम कर रहे हैं, and I'm very proud of the progress we've made. Let's not forget that we planned and implemented a new domestic structure in 7 months. And we had Cricket Australia visit, we had the ECB visiting, Cricket Ireland visiting. All of these things happen because of relationships. They happen because of, we are now as Pakistan Cricket, we're building our credibility around the world. People don't just come and just agree to things. You have to sit in front of them, you have to have dialogue, discussions, debates, and try and make things happen. So these are some of the areas which obviously we've delivered on. Domestic cricket ki, obviously with the delivery of the new structure, delighted to see after 11 years first class cricket returning to the Bukhti Stadium in Quetta. 4 games उन्हें खेले हैं, of which 2 were live streamed. We live streamed 10 of our matches out of 30 during the summer. We're going to increase the number of games that we live stream. We're going to look at how we improve wickets. We've got Andy Atkinson, ICC pitch consultant, वो जनवरी के 3 तारीख वो आ रहा है पाकिस्तान में, and he's going to come and assess all of our wickets. He's going to run workshops for all of our groundsmen, and he's going to help us develop that. And Andy will keep visiting over the course of the next 6 to 8 months to help us develop our wickets. It's something that, along with the officials, umpiring, workshops that we run, it's very, very important that we have all of these things in place. We've spent 3.6 billion rupees on our domestic structure over the last 3 years. Significant investment. लेकिन ये sustainability वाली बात भी है हमारे लिए, पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट के लिए. We can't sustain that over a long period of time. So we're active conversations now with sponsors. Inshallah, in the next 2 or 3 months, we will be announcing sponsors for the various cricket associations that we have, which will allow us to spend some of that money in other places. There's a lot of plans we have in terms of developing the National Cricket Centre that we have, the NCA, the Academy. And, these are the things that, we have to be investing in. Grassroots, schools cricket, club cricket. This money that we save from spending on the domestic structure, part of it we can use to invest in grassroots cricket. So that for us is very, very important. But the Cricket Committee, finally, before I open up to questions, you saw recently that I stood down as the chair of the Cricket Committee. Despite a lot of frantic phone calls from a lot of people, I hadn't resigned as the CEO of the PCB, which some people thought I had done. But I think it was always intended when Wasim Khan Saab stood down in the summer that I would do that in an interim period. It's not an ideal structure where your chief executive is also your chairman of your cricket committee. But it was a need for a time being, and I fulfilled that. I spoke to Mani Saab about standing down, which I did do, which I thought was the right thing to do. I will remain on that cricket committee. It remains an advisory board to the board, advisory committee to the board, and it will continue to operate. We're currently looking at 2 or 3 members to include including a new chairman, an independent chairman, an ex-cricketer. I can't go into any names at the moment, but conversations are taking place. We want to revamp that cricket committee. We want to have our next meeting before the Bangladesh series, and then we can plan a whole calendar year where we meet 4 times in a year. And this is going to be ongoing. Wasim Khan will stay on the committee. He's a very, very important person for us with his knowledge, experience and expertise. Aruj Mumtaz will remain on there as our women's representative. And then we'll be looking at other representatives. Currently, we probably have too many people from PCB on there within that group. That will change, and we will revamp it, and it will be ready for January, inshallah. So that's just some updates from me. I guess just in summary, the domestic structure, development, implementation, international cricket now returning, the whole of the HBL, PSL now in Pakistan, and dialogue now opening about 8 tours and playing 3 test matches and various other things, I think is significant progress over the last 8 or 9 months. And that's something that I think we as the PCB should be proud of, and we should be proud of that as a nation. So with that, I'm very happy to open up for questions.